Hello, I'm Nick Park from Evangelical Alliance Ireland. This is our weekly message. It's Friday, but Sunday's coming. First of all, let me apologise that last Friday there was no video released, and actually this is first time, apart from Christmas week, this is the first time in 5 years we haven't put a video out on a Friday, and the reason was I was sick with COVID, laid up and totally unable to face a camera at all, so it's good to be recovered, it's good to be back again. This week I was approached by a Christian news site based in New York, a Christian daily, and they were asking me about a case that's hit the news more even overseas than here in Ireland, surprisingly, about an Irish woman from County Cavan who died at an assisted suicide clinic in Switzerland. Now, if you do want to check that whole story out, a link to go to is christiandaily.com, and you'll see there it is the main story on that news site today. But basically, this was a 58-year-old lady from County Cavan, and with a history of mental illness and suicide attempts, who told family she was going to Lithuania with friends, and instead travelled to Switzerland to assisted suicide clinic, where apparently in Switzerland this kind of making an industry out of people committing suicide is legal there. And there she ended up dying. They helped her take her own life. First the family knew about it, they say, was whenever they received a WhatsApp message telling them that their mother had committed suicide, and then her ashes were sent to the family in the post. The family are alleging that documents the clinic in Switzerland had were actually fake and forged, so there's a lot of concern about what's gone on here. Without knowing all the details of everything that happened there, it is immensely concerning that somebody who is suffering from mental illness, somebody who needs help, is instead treated in this way. You know, with the whole push for assisted suicide or assisted dying to be allowed, and thank goodness it does seem to not be on the legislative calendar for Ireland at the moment, although it is in the UK, but we hear a lot about dying with dignity. But to be honest, in this sordid tale about this lady going to Switzerland and fake documents and WhatsApp messages and ashes in the post, very little dignity in any of this whatsoever. Because life is supposed to be precious. Now, we are living in a culture where the value of life is being degraded. That's something we've spoken about for many years, way back prior to 2018 and the referendum on abortion. We did stress that life is a gift from God. It's a precious gift from God, that we're made in God's image, and that anything that devalues life and makes life less special or less precious, that cheapening of human life is inevitably going to result in increased suicide. And sadly, the abortion referendum, as far as we're concerned, it went the wrong way. And since that referendum was passed, over 55,000 abortions have taken place in Ireland. And last year was the highest yet. 10,852 abortions were recorded in Ireland in 2024. Now, again, we were told at the time that abortion should be safe, legal and rare. Well, I don't call the death of 55,000 unborn babies rare. It might be legal, but I don't think it's safe. I don't think it's rare at all. And now the push is for this so-called dying with dignity, assisted dying or assisted suicide, let's call it for what it is. And again, it's cheapening human life. We as Christians need to stand for human life. We need ourselves to be passionate about the value of human life. Now, being pro-life goes beyond being anti-abortion. It goes beyond being opposed to assisted suicide. We should value human life in all of its forms. We should value the life of everybody. We should value the life of the immigrant, the refugee, the asylum seeker. We should value the life even of the worst of criminals in jail. We should value the lives of those that are disabled, who are suffering with all kinds of infirmities, and those that are terminally ill. And we should value the lives of the unborn. And we have a task ahead of us as Christians to share with other people just how wonderful and how special life is. Trying to deal with pro-life issues simply by getting legislation passed is not the answer if we don't win people's hearts in the process. All you end up is with people being resentful that some kind of legal sleight of hand has been pulled upon them, and then they find another way of legislating for this. So what we need to do as Christians, yes, we do need to promote and push for compassionate legislation in our land that values life, but we need to convince people that life is special, life is precious, and life is worth living, because that is the heart of the good news that we celebrate as evangelical Christians. And I pray that God will help you and me to share that message well in the days ahead. Thank you for joining us today. I do believe that there's better days ahead, and I do believe that we can have a culture in Ireland, once again, that values life. And why do I believe that? Because I believe the best days are yet ahead for this country, because it might be Friday, but Sunday's coming.